Hello, everybody. Welcome back after the break. I'm joined with Kieran again.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. We're both back once again.
Uh, today's game at 8 o'clock will be Clinical Masterminds versus Corinthians. What's your opinion on this game?
Well, I think it's gonna be once again a good game. I personally am split on who I think is gonna be taking it. I think actually the clinical masterminds are gonna take this somewhat handily. If I look at my predictions, I had them taking it 3-1. But before on the stream, in case you missed it, we had the Unseen taking down CK Esports 3-0, all one goal games, all close. CK did start out slow, but they did start to bring it back towards the end, but they couldn't quite do enough. Took some leads, but never able to do enough to take a game off of the Unseen, who are through to the upper bracket semi-final, and will face Interstellar, who also swept Resurrection over on the B stream. And speaking of the B stream, we've also got Team Miracle versus Solaris Esports starting over there at about the same time as we have over here with Clinical Masterminds versus the Corinthians. So, exciting games going on all across the two streams. I'm looking forward to it. Over on the B stream, you've got Cal and you've got Four Eyes Optic over there, I believe. But Toxo, what are you thinking about this game? What are your predictions?
I when I was looking at this and put it into my prediction sheet, I put Clinical with a 3-0 sweep actually.
Hmm?
I
And can I?
I really I don't know. I just seen how Clinical play. They play very solid as a team. Uh, I believe Brooksy is playing this game because Jonah's in work. And with Brooksy with his demos and Reptic and Trickster, just being able to be mechanical, I think it's gonna be a little too much for Corinthians.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I had a 3-1 for the clinical masterminds. Obviously, Brooksy is obviously the best player in the world, and we're definitely not being told to say that. But yeah, I'm also. Have you got a prediction for Team Miracle versus Solaris over on the other stream?
Oh,
Because I had a 3-0 in favor of Miracle. I don't think Solaris will be able to pull much out of the bag against such a good team as Miracle. Really.
so who's playing on two? It's Miracle versus. Is it Solaris? You said was on number
Yes,
two.
Solaris.
Um, I have to give that to Miracle. Having such a high GC player, they work well together as a team, and I believe Bale is playing, and I don't think Bale has won a game yet actually. So I'm gonna have to go with Miracle just based on stats.
Yeah, and yeah, that's exactly the way I went. But let's bring our attention back to our game over here. Clinical Masterminds and the Corinthians. So obviously I think we have so on Clinical Masterminds, is it Reptic, Brooksy and Trixer?
Yeah,
And then on the side of the Corinthians we've got Loopy, Citywide Genie and Marvels.
yeah. We my we seen Citywide play. He's a very decent player. We've seen both of these teams play. To be fair, and they both had been very very good teams together. Playing throughout in the play. What was it in the? My head's gone.
Oh god, already fried and we've got 2 matches to
It's
go.
already gone. It's over. I
Oh no.
believe we have everybody in the match. Yeah.
Yes, we do. So before, so we can save time before Toxo's mind really is completely fried at the end of the night. I think we'll be getting going very soon. Um,
Switch over to stream. Okay.
yep. So
Go.
I will try my best to be keeping you up to date on the state of the Miracle Solaris game. I do actually have a spreadsheet that I do need to share with some people, but yeah, I'm interested to see where this game is going to go, where both these series are going to go. But here we are underway. Clinical Masterminds and the Corinthians, Toxo.
You know, looking good for Corinthians so far. You know, their first shot already in this 20 seconds. Clinical looking a little bit scared at the start, I want to say. I believe they did have a scrim just before they came on. So, you know, they just had an hour of playing together, and now they gotta play for at least 2. Well, at least 1. If they win, I think they go again. Corinthians looking for some pressure.
Yeah, and both these teams looking for a spot to play later in the day today, pretty much straight after in the upper bracket semi-finals, and then put themselves in those top 3 positions, 1 game away from being in the grand final with that bracket reset in their hand. But that'll happen tomorrow, or yeah, that should be happening tomorrow or Sunday. But let's focus on now, and still 0-0 as the first minute and 15 passes through this game. And Mastermind do go 1-0 up with Trix's shot.
And it is
just sneaky. The bump from Reptic, open for Trixer, citywide, doesn't jump for the ball. Hand down, man down, Toxo, and I cursed them again. That is number 5, Clinical Masterminds.
That is, we're keeping count. That is number 5, guaranteed. As you say this, Clinical looking for something off this kickoff. Reptic won for a double, couldn't really get it. Brooksy looking for a shot, gets saved by Malvis. Trixer looking for a shot, gets triple saved. Loopy looking to put something mid for his team. Goes for a full field air dribble, bumps Brooksy and a double save for Clinical. Citywide looking to keep anything in. Trixer puts it to the side, gets beat by Malvis?
Marvels, I believe.
Marvels?
Marvels, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Let's go with Marvels.
Yeah. But here we go now. CK starting to turn on the heat. Now here's Rising Heat, aka Luke, does leave it for Citywide, Genie, and he will slot that into the net. Good little play. What a touch that was from... Who was that? Was that Marvels, I think? Onto the backboard that kept up the attack for his team, and he just went straight back, let them finish off the play, and they tie up the game. Almost halfway through the first game. Both teams have a goal. As we go right back down into the third kickoff. Off we go. And now Citywide, off he goes from the ceiling. Reptic does miss the ball, but Trixer is there to collect. And now CK, all the way up the field they go, but Citywide collects once again. Brooksy, good touch, but can't recover well on the wall, and Marvels will just control this one all the way down the field. Going to try to get it into the mid for his teammate. But Trixer is there to clear, and now Brooksy will take it down the other end. Reptic takes it off him, Toxo, and yeah, just ping pong.
Yeah, you know, Brooksy just trying to show off his new mechanics he's been learning with that air dribble. Gets bumped out of the way. His Marvel's like, Brooksy, you are not in my lobby today. Marvels takes it around Trixer, looking to take it solo. Goes for a mid pass. Nobody there for Corinthians. Rising Heat gets a bad touch. Ends up putting it mid for Trixer. Trixer doesn't get any touch from that. Reptic just pops it high. Looking for a 50 on Citywide. Gets it. Citywide a little awkward. Gets beat by Trixer. Trixer looking to keep up this attack. Brooksy looking for a shot. Goes too high. Marvels with just a nice little touch. Gets it around Reptic. And closer start than I thought it was going to be. I thought, you know, Clinical would have been at least 3 up by now. And Corinthians just holding themselves. They look very good.
Yep, but now Clinical Masterminds are starting to use those brains of theirs and are definitely getting up the field more than we thought. But oh, what a shot from Swinny Martini. Corinthians do take the lead. And just as I was picking up Clinical Masterminds, I cursed them again, and
That
Citywide smacks that one into the top right corner. Good finish from him. Someone get the counter up. That's
that
number
that is
6.
number 6 for a curse. As soon as you say, clinical are using their brains, they get scored on. Maybe we should just not mention team names anymore. yeah,
I think we just stopped casting.
yeah. We'll just let this play out through and just be silent for the next 2 hours. Reptic
You know what?
looking for a double, goes wide. Brooksy with a shot double save from Corinthians. Trixa looking to keep some control, flicks it around Ryzen. Was that Reptic missing? I think that was a rare Reptic miss. Passes it to
Yeah.
Brooksy. Lets him cook. Brooksy cooking 2 demos. Trixa looking for a double, gets it around 1. Looks mid, gets blocked by Marvels. Reptic takes a 50, gets beat. Reptic looking to go again for another 50. Gets beat again. Trixa trying to not get bumped by Reptic here. As these last 4 seconds come down. And it looks like this is going to be Corinthians' first. Corinthians taking the first game unless they can't get it down.
Yep, and then this is Clinical Mastermind's final effort. It's right in front of their net. That's not exactly what they want. Marvels will take a shot and he will put it into the top left-hand corner. Reptic leaves the match, I assume,
Car
for some kind of
change.
car change.
Yeah.
But yeah, good ending to that game for Corinthians. Took 2 late goals, and they take the first game in this best of 5, and somewhat unanticipated for us all. I think we both had this as 3-0s in favour of Clinical Masterminds. Both of us are already proved wrong. We can only get the team right now, but Corinthians actually sort of held off on defense, and then you took their chances. They had 6 shots, and they've scored half of them. Whereas Brooksy alone, as I can see, because no one else is on the score sheet. Brooksy alone had 3 shots, and his team only converted 1. So obviously better shooting for the Corinthians, but yeah, Clinical Mastermind's going to have to turn something up on the attack.
Yeah, if you were clinical right here, I think you just say we should be a little bit more aggressive. They kept the rotations very well, but it was just the aggression that they were missing. They had, I believe, less shots than Corinthians. Yeah, they did. They had 4 shots to Corinthians 6.
Wow.
I'm getting a phone call. I'm not answering that. See you on my voicemail, mother. As we come on to game 2. Who do you think takes this?
I think Clinical Masterminds do rebound. Reptic's had his car change. He had a Fury decal on. Trickster also now has the K-Corp decal on. I hate to say it, but he has it on. Reptic, we'll be able to see what he has in a second, but let's talk about decals. More about the Rocket League that's going on is Loopy does fake the challenge and leaves it for his teammate, but just goes into the corner where Trickster is, and he's going to smack it up to Reptic, who will line up the double. He can't get it. Trickster off the right post and out wide again, and this is the Clinical Mastermind's problem. The shooting.
Oh, what a
Reptic
save from Reptic!
flying save. What a save from him. Just about being the hero, saving them from getting scored on. Brooksy goes for the shot, but is blocked out by Genie, who is low on boost, but has done so well to get it to the side. But still, the attack comes from the Clinical Masterminds. One more off the crossbar. Again, nothing happening for them. Reptic onto the backboard and it's once again cleared away. Such good defense from the side of the Corinthians, but just the shooting as well from the Clinical Masterminds. You really feel they should have had a goal, and you've got to feel it's coming soon. But if they keep shooting like this, and that miss isn't going to help, it could very well be the Corinthians scoring the first goal, especially with Brooksy doubling it into his own midfield. Another miracle save from Reptic, and Trix will finally get it out. Oh, word.
Ryzen Heat looking for a solo play. Gets the dunk. Citywide misses a shot. Everybody's missing shots today. If it's not getting saved, it is wide. That's the only thing that's happened in this game. Reptic with triple wall dash. I like to see it. Marvels taking it up, looking for a 50. Gets it around Brooksy. Tricks it with the clear. Citywide looking to keep it in. Ryzen Heat Gets the 50. Reptic has to get a save. Takes control, looking for a flip reset to get it past 1. Gets it to Brooksy. Brooksy with the 50. Trixa with the demo. Marvels, looking to keep up pressure. Reptic with a crucial touch. Brooksy looking for a double tap. Could he show off his mechanics? Goes wide.
Yeah, and now here we go. Here's Reptic. What can he do? He hits it to the backboard. Can he show his teammate how it's done? No. Trickster once again off the crossbar. Oh no. But now, here come the Corinthians. Can they show how to put them on target? No, it's going to be sent away. Just everyone trying to show each other how it's done. Reptic completely leaves the ball. Both him and Brooksy have gone for a demo. This means Trickster has to go and fetch, but Reptic like a bloodhound, constantly after this ball. So speedy. The clinical masterminds of most of the pressure throughout this game. Absolute field dominance, but the shooting's just not been there. You feel they could be 1, 2, possibly 3 up if they actually could have the shooting, but no, it's Corinthians holding on, and they might just be the same story as last game where they just consistent. They're just consistent on defense and then get a goal through. Marvels looks at a double tap, is 0 and does get bumped. Reptic, oh sorry, Trickster down the field, gets it to Reptic and goes for the bump. I think he connected. Finally, that one goes in. It wasn't a shot this time, it was just a tap to put it slightly on target and then absolutely clatters Loopy out the way. Good finish from him. And finally, Clinical Masterminds had their lead, but can Corinthians respond as quickly as they did in the last game?
Yeah, you know, but while I was thinking, while they didn't have any goals, I was like, maybe Clinical Masterminds should change their name to Clinical Hits Wide. You know, but you know, after that goal, they could make up for it and hopefully keep this lead. But Corinthians looking for some good pressure, citywide, fakes out. Yeah, let's call it a fake. Fakes out Clinical's defense. Reptic gets beat by Marvels. Marvels looking for a shot, hits it, and it goes past 2 defenders. And that is Marvels with the tying up in
The equalizer.
the equalizer. That's the word. My brain is already gone somehow.
Yeah, Marvel's brilliant equalizer with a minute and 7 left on the clock, and we're once again tied again. 1 apiece. So we're at 1 apiece now, but can Clinical Masterminds make it 2-1 and make it 1 apiece in the series, or are the Corinthians just gonna run on and just look to complete yet another beat and be looking at a sweep potentially, an absolute upset it would be.
And let's hope that is the Castigers. Hopefully you saying they'll sweep, you cursed it.
Yep. That will be exciting, Rocket League, but we fight on, Toxo.
Marvel's
1 apiece, still looking for overtime.
Very good. Every time you say 1 apiece, it just makes me think of One Piece. As I say this, Reptic with a shot, 2 defenders jump and miss the ball, and just slot in by Reptic.
But you mentioned One Piece. He definitely seems to be the main character of this. He's got the most points out of anyone on the field, 500 to his name, 2 goals, 6 shots.
He is that guy.
Shooting accuracy. He is definitely that guy.
33, I'd say about 20%. He's missed a couple wide ones.
Oh yeah, some I just haven't registered as shots, but like.
Yes, because they were wide.
But there we go to the side wall. Corinthians do have the ball, but they're going to be challenged very quickly by Reptic, who actually does have an open net, but will just look to kill this. He doesn't need an extra goal. It will go to the ground, and Clinical Masterminds tie up the series.
You know, that's what Clinical want to see after losing the first game. Coming back, Reptic popped off. We don't don't talk about the couple misses he had. Happens. You know, he popped off, carried his teammate by their scores are combined. Well, if you think about it, Marvels did the same as well, pretty much. If you combine Marvels' teammate scores together, it's about the same points, and if you combine Clinicals, it's a little bit off. But it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, exactly. As Loopy goes for a car change this time, but just to give you a little update, Miracle did take the first game and are up in the second, 4 games to 1 with a minute 50 on the clock, so it looks like they'll be taking a 2-1 lead in the series. But yeah, back over here.
Yeah, nobody's called the timeout. They're just gonna say, "GG's go next. We're tied up." I don't. If I was in the same spot, I wouldn't take a timeout either. It's a very close second match, very close first match. So we come on to match 3. I was speaking to Reptic last night. It was like, I'm gonna pull out the grog for playoffs. Haven't seen the grog yet. Oh no, not
Yeah.
not the grog. The Artemis, I think it is, the one with the little poker
No, yeah, it was the
face.
grog. Someone was mentioning it, and I think I know exactly who that is to blame. But here we go. Game 3. This time tied 1 apiece. We're not actually going to have a sweep unlike the 2 first game rounds. But Reptic, he wants to take the series regardless what score it is. He's close, but he can't quite finish it away. Can Brooksy do it? No. That's sent away as well. Marvels does get a nice touch down the field. Only as far as Trickster. And he's beat out by Ryzen. Goes to the side wall. And CY Genie sends it into the wall, down the other end. But yeah, they're just looking for the booming clears, and it's not going past the clinical masterminds. It's not going far, and just the fast challenges. They seem to be playing faster. They're warmed up, performing better than they did in the first game. Certainly, Reptic certainly seems to have notched it up a gear, but
Turned on the on switch. I think he turned on his monitor this time.
exactly, yeah.
Reptic with the dunk. Clinical looking very speedy, but that can be a downside as well. Instant challenge, see? And it puts their defense in an awkward spot because they're trying to play fast. If you're playing fast, you're doing these instant challenges, and it's kind of just puts you in an awkward spot. And Corinthians does capitalize on that awkward situation in their defense.
Yeah, exactly. And Corinthians taking the lead again. So here we go. Reptic onto the backboard. Can he instantly tie it up? Looks for the backboard read. Oh, it's too high for Trickster to put it away. Once again, the crossbar being an absolute saviour. As this is just a sort of slow play in the corner from Reptic. Now finally out of boost. And is beaten to the ball by Marvels, who sends it all the way down the pitch. But a good touch from the boss man, Brooksy, but is instantly challenged by Citywide. And Trickster will send it away as Reptic looks for the redirect. Is challenged, but he does get it forward. That's definitely a touch he would have wanted. And now, Clinical Masterminds start to bring back the attack and the pressure that they had in the last game. But they've got to do something relatively quickly. They have time on the clock to do it, but if they want to avoid overtime, the pressures of that, they want to do it in regulation, as we all do.
As
They've got to find a goal.
From waffling on, Brooksy almost got a dunk to tie it up. Marvels takes a 15 to the corner, gets blocked out by Reptic for any shot. Marvels hits it away. Trickster looking for a mid or a ceiling shot, couldn't really tell. Reptic beats 2, and it is just an open net. Just a double commit for Corinthians here. Marvel's not really the best touch you want. Rise and Heat below the ball. Citywide goes. Probably should have been a little bit more patient. And that is all tied up in game 3 as we come down to... As we are halfway through the game, actually.
Yeah, 1 second off halfway through the game. But just to replicate the 1 goal that each of these teams have scored. Very close series, closer than both you and me were expecting. So it could very well go to a game 5 because whoever loses this game will very likely be taking a timeout. Brooksy, however, he wants to make them take a timeout. Reptic takes it high, actually goes low, but it's not quite past C-wide. A good challenge by Trickster. But Reptic, once again, is there on the ball, being that MVP that he's shown he has been throughout the season. Marvels into the middle, Citywide puts it high. Reptic misses the ball. And this shot from Marvels will go in. Toxo 2-1 to the Corinthians. And they are showing that they are better than we thought they would be.
Yeah, just a little bit of hesitation from Trickster in the defense. He kind of went forward slightly, went back. It's just, if he went straight away, he would have got a 50. A good kickoff in Clinical, and Trickster does put it top left. But this is not the kind of playstyle I thought I would see Clinical playing. You know, last time Brooksy played in 3 games, he did have 28 demos. They've probably gotten about 3 total so far.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know why is everyone peaceful in these playoffs? We're not seeing the aggressive matches that we're used to seeing. Good save from Reptic, had to get up to that quickly. Good reactions from him. But see, wide awkward on the ball. Brooksy just clatters him out the way and leaves it for Reptic, who is instantly challenged by Marvels. Tricks are now into the corner, but there you go. There's the violence. The demo on Brooksy. There's another one, and the whole Clinical Masterminds team taken out. Can they score though? No, they can't. Oh,
As soon as we
they
talk
had
about
everything lined
violence,
up.
as soon as we
Yep,
talked
there
about
you go.
violence, just 2
Add that to the
instant dead,
tally.
and we're just back to peaceful gameplay. Raptic does get it around 2. Tricks are looking to put it mid for his team. Gets beat by Marvels. Roxy gets beat by Marvels. Raptic to bail out Clinical. Ryzen looking to keep control. Has a misflip. Citywide with the 50 against Trixa. Marvels with the 50 against Raptic. Puts it mid for Corinthians. Citywide and the defense miss. Everybody jumps. No touching. And
Well,
and Marvels with a shot out of nowhere.
wow, that just came absolutely flying in. Sort of a
Ghost
pinch between him
touch.
and Brooksy.
I swear,
Yeah,
that was a
a
ghost
ghost
touch.
touch and a pinch. Yeah, something happened, but once again, now Corinthians back in the lead with just 40 seconds left on the clock, and well, it seems like the Clinical Masterminds are going to have to respond relatively quickly because they've got 30 seconds to do it. Otherwise, they go down 2-1 in the series and get put on match point, lower bracket point, mind
Oh,
you, which is not where you want to be after just the first round.
Brooksy tried to go for a 180-degree flick. Is this guy got mechanical since I've seen him play? Marvel's
Oh
just gonna
no.
take a free open
Oh
shot.
no.
As I talk about Brooksy's mechanics, he just misses a free clear.
Oh, that's so bad. Another cancel the curse. I think that brings the tally to
8?
8. 8.
We should add a casting curse overlay.
Yeah.
Just a little counter
Oh
on the
dear.
bottom right.
Yeah. We'll update you. Team Miracle took game 2 versus Solaris as well, so that means they're 2 up. But we return to this game. This one was, done after that not so good play by Brooksy. And that one does get spiked down, and
Yeah, it wasn't really
Corinthians match point. Wow, timeout called. Not
timeout called by
surprised.
Reptic, yeah. Not a common Brooksy miss, I would say. Just a little bit unfortunate. You know, it was a tough challenge, being 1 down with a minute left and then having a defensive miss and bringing you 2 up is 2 down is with 30 seconds is just basically close there. Do we see Reptic pull out the Optimus like he said he would last night? I don't think he
Mm.
does. He was like, I'm gonna play it. It's pretty much the same hitbox. He said it uses
Yeah.
Octane hitbox. I feel nice in it. I'm gonna pull it out and play it playoffs. Not seen him use it yet.
Yeah, and wow.
We just talk about Corinthians playstyle.
Yeah.
You're just playing off mistakes and having just doing the 50s, and it's working very well for them. I don't know who Marvels is. I think he's an FA, but he's coming in really strong. I got a hat trick for his team. 2 minutes on the clock for for clinical. If you're a clinical, what do you tell your team?
If I'm Clinical, I'm saying get more aggressive. That is something that's been lacking throughout all 3 matches. Well, all the matches we've seen throughout today, throughout the first day of the playoffs. But yeah, not looking good for the Clinical Masterminds. Because obviously, if they do win this game, then it's no surprise if Corinthians actually do call a timeout. And then we see it so often across so many leagues, the timeout buff. When you take a timeout, you play better, and generally you take games. So Clinical Masterminds, we're going to see what they can do. We can see if Reptic can captain his team to their second win in the series, and send us to game 5 to make up for the disappointing sweep we had earlier.
Yeah, if I was clinical right here, I think, if I was Reptic, he is the higher ranked out of them, so he's gonna be the one talking. If I was Reptic here, I would just be like, let's just play simple Rocket League. Stop going for this flashy aerial plays. Keep it on the ground. Go for some basic flicks and just have that third man. Have that little bit of consistency because the defense sometimes has been a little awkward, and that's what they're getting scored on for.
And yeah, and you're precisely right. Yeah, do the dirty work and you will be rewarded. Reptic has been doing a lot of dirty work, and I think something Brooksy, not a good player at the end. He's definitely been showing his mechanics, maybe just a little eager. Brooksy, look for those challenges. Trickster also look for those challenges, and also just the shooting in general for the clinical masterminds has been absolutely haunting them. But here we go, game 4, Corinthians. They have two paths they can go down this game. They can either take the series and progress in the upper bracket, or
Lose two
clinical
in a row.
masterminds can respond.
Yeah, or
Or
they.
clinical masterminds send us to game 5, one game to decide who wins it all. But before that, we have game 4 underway.
Do you reckon Brooksy starts going for these demos he's known for? Do you reckon he says, it's the last round, if we lose, we're out? Do you reckon he just starts going for demos? He has gone for a color switch. As I say this, Reptic almost got a flip reset goal. Got saved by Marvels. Brooksy gets beat by Marvels on the 50, citywide. Looking to pop it mid for his team. Reptic bangs it to Brooksy. Brooksy bangs it back down to mid for Trixa. Trixa puts it backboard. Reptic with the shot and it goes in.
Oh, that might be what the difference was. The passing. Lovely little play. Trickster to the backboard after the pass from Brooksy. Reptic there to slot it all the way through the Corinthians defense. None of them could get to it. And they take the lead after 35 seconds of gameplay. And it's definitely looking a lot more promising for the clinical mastermind. Showing those brains we know them for. Reptic with the flip reset. Can't sneak it past citywide. Good save from him, but yeah, something's changed for the clinical masterminds, and we'll get to see it throughout this game. But Corinthians, they will have to adapt quickly.
Yeah, clinical masterminds are playing a little bit different play style. They're going for these passes, which are good. They're taking these early challenges. Reptic takes it off wall, gets a touch that he wants, looks for a bump, can't get it. Brooksy gets out 50 by Marvels, Trixa with a vital touch. And no one from Clinical are pushing the ball right now. Ryzen with a flip reset. Reptic with almost a shot. Genie just clears it out. Brooksy looking for something. Gets stopped, and Reptic gets demoed.
Oh, got loopy towards his own net. It does have to be sent away by Trickster. But finally, Reptic collects the ball. Tries to get it to a teammate. Does get a demo. Is anyone there? Brooksy is, but he's too slow. And Corinthians will collect the free ball, but that's not the touch you want from Loopy. But Trickster only sends it towards the defenders. And then Corinthians are just panicking on this defense, Toxo.
Yeah, Clinical are coming out of the gates with the pressure that we've seen before. Once they have the pressure, it is very well. Marvel's getting bumped off that ball by Brooksy is a very good way to stop someone from shooting on your net. Trixa pops it mid to Reptic. Reptic overbeats Marvels. Reptic passes it down to Trixa. Trixa kind of awkward. Brooksy gets it around one, saved by City. Marvels looking at the pop mid. Gets beat by Reptic and it's straight in. No third man. Ryzen he, I think, went for a back left boost because he was 0.
And that's painful to see. But there you go, that's what happens in this game. Reptic slots one into the net. His second of this game. His how many do we know of this series? And at the halfway mark, Clinical Masterminds have changed something. And they're up 2-0 in this game, and they're definitely looking like they're going to send it to game 5 with Reptic taking this into the skies.
Yeah, Reptic really likes bringing the ball into the air. He doesn't really do much ground plays, it looks like, in threes. Marvels trying to take it to the air, gets demoed by Brooksy. Easy double commit from Clinical. Trixa didn't have to jump, you know. Reptic had that under control. It was a soft touch to the corner. Kind of awkward defense now from Clinical. Don't really want to get into these situations in Game 3 where you are in an awkward spot. A vital touch from Reptic to keep it not getting scored on. Citywide just plants it towards net. Brooksy with the miss, Trixa with the clear. And now Clinical are getting attacked and they're all in defense. As I say this, now they're looking for something nice for an attack. Tricks have just
Oh.
missed. We don't talk about it, Tricks, that's fine.
Yeah, Trix has been good so far this game, so one miss is tolerable, but no more. None of that. You're in a high
Oh,
pressure
Tricks are out of
situation, and he's
nowhere!
showing. Yeah, and out of nowhere, he's showing that that miss was just a little fluke. Good pass down for Brooksy, and Trixer just appears from outside the camera shot. Dusts everybody to the ball and slots this into the net with a minute 13. It looks like the Clinical Masterminds will be sending us to game 5.
I think you're saying that a little too early. You know, there's still a minute 10. Corinthians are looking good. You know, if Clinical Mastermind let off the gas a tiny bit, they're gonna get scored on. To say this, Clinical are keeping up the pressure. Marvel's looking for a mid pass or backboard to Raptic. That also works.
Yeah,
Loopy looking for a clear, just bangs it upfield. Doesn't want to keep possession. Raptic with an also bang, just playing ping pong right now. Raptic
yeah,
with the aggressive demo.
yeah. You say the Corinthians are looking good, but it looks like Clinical Masterminds are looking just that little bit better. And now Trixer, he might have an open net, but no, it's saved away by Loopy. But as the final 20 seconds count down, the Corinthians are going to need 3 goals in 15 seconds. It doesn't really look like it's going to be happening. They've got the ball in their own half, and as the final 10 counts down, here we are. One more goes into Brooksy. And say it with me, Toxo, because we are going
To
to
game 5.
game 5.
I really like Brooksy's goal explosion there at the toilet paper. That's great. I've actually never seen that one.
Well, you could say that's because he's been pooping on him, but
Citywide
yeah.
with the pre-typed timeout. Game's not even over. He's taking it.
Yeah, exactly. They know what's happening. Trickster with one more for the road. Surely they'd score in 0 seconds now, but yeah. What a game
Just
from the Clinical Masterminds. And do you think that Corinthians can rebound from this and actually still take this series, or do you think that is just too much for them to overcome?
I think of I can't even word. I think if Clinical Masterminds, you know, keep the same game that they were just playing, you know, going for the demos. 5 demos from Reptic that game. 5. And that's just Reptic.
Wow.
Reptic had more demos than their whole team combined. So if Clinical Mastermind keep up this demo, they get instant pressure because they're demoed. They can't really do too much about it. And getting boost, getting more pressure, getting less saves are just gonna come naturally. So if Clinical keep up this demo game, I don't think Corinthians can really do much about it.
Yeah, and
Reptic
to update you,
popping off, he's just fast. Trixa also popping off, he's fast. And Brooksy just being that solid person.
yeah, Brooksy's still dropping 350 points, getting a goal and 2 assists, so 3 out of the 5 goals that he was involved in this game. But obviously, Corinthians taking that time out, we saw what it did for the Clinical Masterminds. It's going to be hard, but there are ways to overcome it, absolutely. And to update you, I think Miracle did sweep Solaris, so Solaris will drop down into that lower bracket and play the loser of this match. But the winner of this match, just soon after this one, they'll be warm, will be playing Miracle. And at the same time, the Unseen will be playing Interstellar, which I'm sure will be an absolute banger match.
Yeah, I'm not too sure really on what stream is going to be covering what match at this minute. I think that is going to be decided after this game of well, we have the little break before the next match of which stream is having which game on. And yeah, as Corinthians, you're just probably gonna say play calm, play how we've been playing for these past couple matches. Let's scrap the last game, and it's game 5. Anything can happen. You could come off on a scrappy start. You can come off with 5 kickoff goals, and you'd be chilling.
Yeah, well, game 5, we've had a round of sweeps, but it's one match to stand out from the rest. Game 5, here we go, all on the line for both these teams to progress in the upper bracket and play Miracle at the next hour mark. The Corinthians and Clinical Masterminds are going to go at it for 5 more minutes to decide who takes this series and who progresses in these playoffs.
Yeah, Clinical at the start, they're in defense. Reptic with a bang, looking for some offense. Trixa can't really get the shot. Defense kind of in shambles for Corinthians right now. Brooksy just gonna put it mid. Reptic looking for any touch, gets it, gets beat by Citywide. You know, it's Clinical playing this 3-person up front kind of has to be careful, because if you're having 3 people on an attack like they do right now, one breakaway and it is going to be an open net.
Yeah, they'll definitely be susceptible to booms, but if they keep up this pressure, then no booms will be coming out because they won't have the boost for it. They're just absolutely suffocating them, taking all those corners. But there you go, there is one free for Loopy. And now a double commit coming out from the Corinthians, just starting to panic. They've got to calm down, because double committing on the ball is just going to lead to conceding and also not scoring. But they do have a free ball. Marvels plays it in front of the net. We'll take it to the side, but it's pre-jumped by a Reptic, and he'll send it into the orange half. But Loopy is there to collect, and Trickster beats him to the ball, sends it to the side, but no one is there for finish. So Marvels will collect, take it to the right side, and re-get another counter attack.
What a pitch from Reptic and Trixa, and Reptic reads that double, gets saved by, I'm not too sure here. Citywide gets a 50 on Brooksy. Marvels looking to take some control up the wall, gets it around the one. Reptic there to clear up the defense. Kind of awkward though, makes Corinthians awkward as well. Trixa gets a touch out to mid. Citywide gets bumped 3 times. Everybody's getting bumped in this corner.
Oh. Wow, well, Trixa does send this down to the other end of the field, but the aggression starting to come out. I think we want to see more of it. We like violence. There you go. Brooksy getting his signature demo. And
It's
he
another
does get
one.
another on Citywide. Absolutely explosive. We mention it and we do receive it. But still 0-0 as we go past the halfway mark. And really, it could come down to that one goal. Could be all so important if play continues like this. But we've still got half the game to decide it. So here we go. Here's Loopy into the corner. Trickster will send it down the line. And his teammate Reptic is there to collect. Brooksy and Citywide trade demos, so it's a 2v2 for the moment, but Brooksy is there to collect the ball and send it away to his own corner. Trickster out into the corner. Seems like Clinical Masterminds are just all over the place. Brooksy's got to get to this ball, and he does.
Marvels taking control of the ball, looking to get a pass. Reptic does. Trickster with a 50. Brooksy clears it to the side, so there is no shot. Reptic taking it up the wall. This could be dangerous. Reptic backflips. Trickster trying to put it mid. Brooksy jumping. Beats out Rising Heat, but doesn't really get a touch. Reptic gets a nice touch into the corner. Gets beat out by Marvels. Trickster with the shot. Looking to bump Rising. Couldn't really get the bump. Trickster kind of awkward. Kind of just pops out. Reptic takes control. Takes it to the air. Overbeat Citywide. Looking for a dunk on Marvels. Can't really get it. Trickster's just a little too close to that play and can't get a shot.
Yep, and we come to the final minute, possibly of the series, unless we go to overtime. But neither of these teams want to go to overtime. They want to score in regulation and possibly steal this series away. Could that be it? No, but Brooksy gets a comfortable catch onto his own backboard. Rebdig does, however, miss the ball, and he has to come back. And this is going to go glide over the net. Is anyone there? No, it is only the Clinical Masterminds players. But now, straggling for boost, but they will charge up the field, looking for that goal with 30 seconds left on the clock. Marvels, one touch, gets the flip preset, only onto the backboard. Is anyone there to put the ball away? No! City White
Everybody's
just put it wide!
missing. Everybody's missing,
Oh,
and you do not want to see missing it with 20 seconds left. That would have took a lead in the game. Trixa gets a
yeah.
50 for Reptic. Reptic puts it on the backboard. Backboard can't be red, and Reptic with the shot. They just fumbled it on the backboard. Brooksy's in stun. He doesn't move.
Oh no! Oh, Corinthians with the choke of the season. What a miss at the end, and they've got 3 seconds to score a goal and send us to overtime. Otherwise, they are going down into the lower bracket. Will this ball hit the floor? Reptic keeping it in the half, and it will go to ground. Clinical Masterminds, 3-2 in this series. Take it at the death of the game. Wow.
I will say that is so much closer than I thought. I was not seeing a game 5 in a scenario when I made predictions. They played so well, and Corinthians should be happy about themselves. But now here's the issue with Corinthians. They've used their FA, right? They can't use their FA again because they've played their FA in playoffs, and the game before playoffs last week they also played that same FA. You can only play an FA twice in a row. So they have to play a different FA, or